I call my work distorted urban realism. Distorted because that's my point of view in life. I had a very distorted, bugged out, theatrical, dramatic experience growing up in New York. It was very extreme. The weather's extreme, the people extreme. That was extreme, that noise. Everything's extreme. And urban, because I draw on urban experiences. That's what I do. And realism, because my work is steeped in classical drawing and painting. You know, I teach at USC, I'm a professor, I study the masters, and I really believe that it makes me a much more eloquent dialectician when I'm able to translate my visual, paintings from some kind of classical understanding. Well, I use primarily acrylic when I paint. I do paint in oil sometimes, and moving more towards that. And my drawings, I draw with Prismastick, which is a wax pencil, which is very difficult to draw with because you can't erase it, which I like. So any mistake, you have to integrate. And Picasso said the eraser is just as important of a tool. And I say, well, that's cool, but I don't need an eraser. No, I draw with pencil sometimes too, but I really like Prismastick because it's the indelible marks.
Once it's there, it's there. There's no turning back.
That's what it's all about. You know, my book is really chronicling the birth of the hip-hop culture. My art visually documents the birth of hip-hop. Before hip-hop was called hip-hop, when it didn't have a definitions, it was just a raw, visceral energy from the streets. And my work really celebrates the heroes of my time. The DJ, the underground jazz piano player, the MC, the b-boy, the graph writer, the pool sharks, the hustlers, the cats at the welfare hotel. You know, those are the people who are really icons in my world. And that was my whole experience. So my work really documents my experience. And conversely, because of that, it birthed my art.
How long did it take you to get this specific style? Because it's very unique and very personal. And you could tell it's yours when you see it out on the street.
You know, my style is just really comes from a lot of street culture, a lot of graffiti. You know, the flat graphic shapes of the arms, for example. That's very graffiti influence, but at the same time, the rhythm and the flavor of it really comes from popping, really comes from dancing. You know, there's a lot of like, if I may illustrate my point, there's a lot of, when you see this kind of thing, there's a lot of geometric rhythms to it. So, and just a lot of fluidity as well. So there's a lot of fluid rhythms in the work. There's four elements would be DJing, MCing, b-boying, and of course graph. And the fifth would be beatboxing. The sixth would be BUA. Razel said that. I didn't say that. I'm humble. He said that. I totally disagree with him. Whatever. He's more of an authority than me, so maybe I am the sixth. Well, you know, my culture is not as much my ethnicity as it is my New Yorkness. You know, people ask me what I am. I say I'm really a New Yorker, because that's where I'm from. And growing up in New York, you had Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, Jewish people, Italian people, Irish people, black, everything. You didn't have then you had all, people were mixed all over the board. Everyone came from different circles, but everyone was from New York. And I think hip hop has been incredible because it's really bridged the line and kind of blurred the line on the color lines, because people come from all over, to get into the b-boy cipher or to get on the mic or to do a mural. It's not like, well, what race are you? It's more like, how many skills do you have? How talented are you? So hip hop has been really great at making people come together from all walks of life and blur color lines. I'm just working on originals. I have a lot of people that want my originals, that have been collecting my posters. Now they have the book. They want something in their house that is completely theirs, that there's no duplicates of, and that's what I'm looking at, is really busting out in my studio a bunch of originals and concentrating on just that market. What's up, everybody? My name is BUA, and you're watching Yo TV.